forgiven. Your word a promise to me despite my actions inconsistent. Arrested, guilty, but you refresh my homepage. Connection, now I'll never be the same. If freedom is my chance to live, freedom's a chance to forgive. I'm gonna let it go. Release the inside pain. Been going round in circles, I need to find a ride. But why, oh Lord, am I in doubt? Why, oh why am I in doubt? Aparo, kikaniwacho, kibudo elia. Aparo, Ouija with the heart of a warrior. Aparo, even when I'm lost, I know I'll find a way. The truth, the light, my light in the darkness. But I'm thinking. Aparo, kikaniwacho, kibudo elia. Aparo, Ouija with the heart of a warrior. Aparo, even when I'm lost, I know I'll find a way. The truth, the light, my light in the darkness. Aparo, kikaniwacho, kisebudo elia. Aparo, Ouija with the heart of a warrior. Aparo, even when I'm lost, I know I'll find a way. The truth, the light, my light in the darkness. Aparo, 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 aparo. Kikaniwacho, kise, kikaniwacho, kise, kikaniwacho,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
our radio.
Unaona habari, unaona hao wamevicheza.
Raundi utajua haujui, hatuweki mafala. Pesa nitakula na sitaleta kurahi. Wakifunga nyumba ulikuwa rundawe. Hatuweki mafala. Haujali bao mi, nasikia una benki Maldives. Kiji nyumba kina cheki palm trees. Ikinuka utaruka kambi. Sina karo, sina food, sina kodi. Na nina BBI, kuna COVID. Miss me na story sa BBI. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani. Wananchi wanawika haki, ukutenda zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia we, ukabila ndiyo policy. Kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mia ndiyo policy. Mafala. So pesa nitakula, sitaleta kurahi. Nikishindo na rent, ulikuwa Karen, hatuweki mafala. Hawajali about you, nasikia wana mali offshores. Mandege na mameli low news, wakidedi watasari all those. Magazeti walihonga off of course. When you tell me get dirty now, someone tell me where we headed now. Wanasema tunavuta bangi, lakini cheki zinashika nani? Wananchi wanawika haki, kutana zikipita kati. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy, kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mie ndiyo policy. Sitakuvotia wewe, ukabila ndiyo policy, kama bia ndiyo policy, kaka mie ndiyo policy. Mafala Roundy, utajua haujui. Nitajaribu kile mindaweza, ndio nikuone ukitabasamu. Niko na wivu kwa wale wenye pesa, maisha yao lazima iwe tamu. Na akisisi tunanyeshe, wana inanisumbua. Spendi kuona ukitembea kwa baridi na mvua. Ndo maana ndajaribu kile mindaweza. Oh, hizi mashida situzisahau. Njoo vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziwezi tuzika, hazitatushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Kujitambua ndio ilifanya nikakuchagua, na nikoshua shida zikija ndazitatua mama. Woyo, woyo, ukitaka maziwa ama halua ndazinunua, na kuletea kasi na fea nitatembea mama. Oh, no. Kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Nasema tena, kila kitu ndio upate, hata kama ni machache, ni lazima nijikaze. Juu vile nilikupenda hapo mwanzoni, mpaka saizi ni zaidi. Mashida ni kawaida, haziwezi tuzika, haziwezi tushinda. Ndio maana mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ukweli mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Nasema mpenzi sibagui, no, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Oh no, no, mpenzi sibagui, nitakupenda kwa mabaya na kwa mazuri. Ndajaribu kile mindaweza, ndio nikuone ukitabasamu.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Caroline Murote, Miss Murote, to you, and this is Sheversations, a space where we exist to amplify female voices. So, if you have an important conversation with regards to women that you would like to have, you are more than welcome to tune in and feel free to enjoy the show. Nimekukaribisha. The time is 11:11. It is 11 minutes past 11 on a beautiful Monday, and a happy new week to you. Now, I want to hear how you guys spent your weekend. Yeah, your Saturday, your Sunday. I love that ukwana weekend. Just let me know. Caroline_Murote on Instagram, at Carol Murote on TikTok. That's CarolMurote. And Caroline Murote on Facebook and Twitter, and at Power Radio. Our hashtag is Sheversations with Caroline Murote, or just hashtag Sheversations. You can also find as a hashtag Power Radio and Art of Expression. So we are tuning in and powering up, and this morning we have been ushered into the show by the beautiful sounds of Paro by Kato Change and Lisodor Noah. Love it. Alafu Fly ametuambia ukabila ndio policy. Unfortunately, even ndio that's the case that he has found to be true in our country. Alafu tumekuwa na yoyo tajiri saying mazuri mabaya. Now nani anakuanga with you through thick and thin. For me, I had a wonderful weekend, just spending it in the house of the Lord. And in case you're looking for somewhere to be, Reconciliation at the Cross Ministries, they hold fitness and the word services from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pale Nairobi Cinema every single Monday, and that's the family that I spent my weekend with. So yes, mazuri mabaya. What's going on with you? What's making your life good? What's making your life suck, if that's the case? And can we have a conversation? That's what we're here to do on today's Sheversation. And I'm gonna share what's been going on, what's been happening, but also stay tuned because we're about to have a conversation about branding. And speaking of hashtags, yes, what happens beyond the hashtag? Tukisema sa unajibrand online, branding. There's just so many buzzwords that are thrown out there when it comes to being up to date, when it comes to upskilling, when it comes to being in touch with the digital era that we never get into depth with. And today we're having a conversation about branding. We're looking at what does it look like to have a real life strategy for branding and putting your best foot out there on the digital spaces and the digital hemisphere. What is it called? Eosphere digital. Yeah. And what does it look like for us to evolve digitally, particularly as Kenyan women? And what are the young change makers doing in those spaces? That's a conversation that we are having today. Before we get into anything, just settle in, and I'm going to leave you in the good hands of K-Rop and Waithera saying, Nimekuchagua, alafu like you by Ochiko and Kinoti. And my loves, this is for you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Together and a couple more forevers and never. Nimekuchagua wewe na sitaki mwingine. Mbele ya watu wote tumekubaliana tutasimama kwa mapenzi. From this day forward, I promise I'll give you all I have to give, and all I require.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
I've been afraid of falling. So many times I found my calling. Nimewaza sana, nimeogopa kukufuata. Mnyonge wa mapenzi mie, nawaza zama zile. Natamani siturudie, natamani mvua, najua, natamani sisi kuruka. I wanna feel your tender loving, call me baby when we're fighting. That's what I really want, something that will really last for real, for real. Once so many times I've loved, I found no one like you. I felt no one like you. Once so many times I've loved, I found no one like you. I felt no one like you till I found you. Till I found you. You make me happy, you make me smile. Like you are lie, you make me mushy. So many times I die inside. How can I run from such a feeling? I'd be crazy leaving. You're such a blessing, you give me so much light. A gift that keeps on giving, I can't deny. How can I run from such a feeling? I'd be crazy leaving. Natamani jua na mvua, natamani sisi kuruka. I wanna feel your tender love and call me baby when we're fighting. That's what I really want, something that will really last for real, for real. Once so many times I've loved, I found no one like you. I felt no one like you. Once so many times I've loved, I felt no one like you. I found no one like you till I found you. Till I found you. Till I found.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. Ati wanafanya nini? Wanaogopa. Dark skin and not Georgia. Melanin all over. Nobody can boga, boga. Well, then you tried sometime back in November. They really didn't think I would remember. Sahi, my confidence in my rise. I never used to be like this before. I used to be so damn insecure. I took a dark skin lana. Haters are working loud. Nothing ever sweet like coco, coco, coco. Get on the dance floor, make them loco. You say you like Ologomba. Baby, turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like Jojoba. ati wanafanya nini, wanaogopa dark skin na nachocha, melanin na lova, nobody can boka. You say you like Ologomba, then you turn around and pull up to me bumper. Your skin smooth like jojoba, ati wanafanya nini, wanaogopa dark skin na nachocha, melanin na lova, nobody can boka. Yeah. You don't know how I like your confidence, the way you walk, how you talk, it's evident. Black is the beauty, so more for them, so more for them. You are a star, brown skin, una kill, oh show them who you are. You are a star, brown skin, una kill, oh show them who you are. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star. You like a loco, mba. You like that toto star.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
And in case you didn't know, baby girl, you are the baddest. That is what Brandy Minor, Anaquambia with the dark skin. That was for all my melanated queens. So in case you've not been feeling confident lately, because the world has a tendency of doing a thing when it comes to the, our dark-skinned queens, our dark-skinned goddesses. Nakwanga shida. It's a huge problem, the problem of colorism. And if that is the first time you're coming across this word, colorism is essentially unfair bias, favoritism for lighter skinned women or lighter skinned human beings. And this problem really affects women because beauty standards are really pegged on the complexion of your skin. This is a contemporary beauty standard, conventional beauty standards, and very specifically Eurocentric beauty standards. That's something that we are not interested in. Ile storia pale River Road mafuta, and there's a lady called Kanye Mbao. In case you're familiar with Netflix's Young, Rich and Famous, even though there's nobody on that show younger than 35. Very interesting. But your show, ikona a very interesting lady called Kanye Mbao, who has been a South African socialite who now turned at least into an actress, because before she was famous for being famous, she was essentially a Kim Kardashian. And I'm not hating, but I'm just letting you know that's what she was. And she was my skin complexion, ladies and gentlemen. Asai ni mzungu. And I ask myself why. And recently she did a face reveal. You see how people are doing pregnancy bump reveals, they're doing gender reveals, they are doing, I don't know, reveal yanini, house reveal, house tour, just a whole bunch of reveals. And so she did a face reveal. So she went and made her eyes more cat-like. Turkey, I think, somewhere. Russia, I have no idea. Nobody can keep up with Kanye Mbao. And what I want to talk about right now particularly is the issue we have with accepting ourselves as African women. The diversity of body types, body sizes, skin complexion, different hairlines zenye zinaanza jana, hairline yako na ya mwenzako. It's all beautiful. It's all beautiful, and God made us very unique. Like if you look at Rwandi's girls, the way people say they're so beautiful, but guys, do you see those foreheads popping all the way out? And my thing is, beauty actually is not in the eye of the beholder, guys. I beg to differ. Whatever God created is beautiful. If there's a human being that came out of their mother's womb, they are beautiful. And this thing of trying to put beauty in a small box and what people look like in a small box is just not going to work. And this is why we see young Black African ladies trying to lighten their skin, trying to lighten themselves because they don't feel like they're good enough, because that's what happens when you try to narrow down beauty into just one category. Yet God, in his infinite wisdom, in his vast wisdom, made such a diversity of what beauty looks like in so many different ways. So in case you don't get anything from today's Sheversation, beauty does not look like one thing. Beauty looks like whatever you look like. If you look at yourself in the mirror, that is exactly what a beauty looks like. Like kama sort of personal is your thing and beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, then hold on to that. Behold your beauty by looking in the mirror and accepting that you look good enough and that you don't need to change yourself, particularly not things that hakuna shida hapo. Society is broken. There isn't a problem with you. So if the reason why you want to change yourself is because of society, then that's not the way to go. That's not a good metric. So just check. Are you changing yourself to improve? For instance, a young lady who wants to go to the gym. A young lady who wants to become fit. Why do you want to become fit? Is it because you believe skinny is beautiful, or do you actually understand that your body has a better chance of living a long, comfortable, and healthy life when you build on your fitness and when you look into the kind of food that you're putting in your body? Because eventually you become what you eat, particularly from the ages of 25 going up to 35, whatever you've been doing with your body starts to become more permanent than we would like before. Because before that, kuna watu wenye watakula whatever and they're just gonna be living their best lives because they are completely unaffected. And I'm not gonna lie to you, there's 5 years ago, there's a lot I could do that right now I would really need to go back to the gym in order for me to do easily. And, before that, I didn't need to do anything to prepare to do a sprint, to go up hiking up a mountain or whatever it is that you enjoy doing. That's a physical activity. And as we have conversations about women today, regardless of what kind of conversation it is, I just want to leave you with just hold on to appreciating yourself. You need to embrace yourself and you need to get into the culture of affirming the people around you, particularly the girlies around you, the women around you, the young female babies around you, because the world is going to do them bad. The world is going to do them dirty. Yeah? So Dark Skin, Brandy Minor, that was for you. Right before that, we had Like You by Chico and Kinoti. So if you're feeling some type of way, about love, and you're feeling like, you want to love somebody's son, somebody's daughter, that one was for you. And then Nimekuchagua, K-Rop, and Why They Ra. Now, I just want to shout out just a few ladies that are worth a mention this morning. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and we don't feel like having conversations about femicide today, about gender-based violence today. So we're just going to look at what are the beautiful things that women around this country are doing in the different spaces. Na tuko na Elsa Majimbo. If you want to be a meme lord, tafadhali achana na mapenzi za watu. Kindly stop being bitter and throwing rocks at people's relationships, creating memes like watachana, and just look into how Elsa Majimbo turned her meme comedy into building a whole empire and a global luxury brand. She's an investor. She's a role model to young African creators and particularly dark-skinned women that wouldn't see themselves a lot in the media. And she has really shown us how to own our voice and how to deal with the internet fame. It's not easy, but she's doing it, and she's doing a pretty good job, a pretty good job. And then we have a young lady called Modhoni Wakirumba, and she is a radio presenter, radio host, and a content creator. And she moved from being a radio host and transitioned into creative entrepreneurship and creating safe online spaces for young women to discuss mental health, their career growth, as well as their creativity. And not to forget, we have Modhoni Gitao, who has been reinventing digital storytelling. And after she moved on from YouTube, she has been participating in very intentional projects, particularly around healing, self-development, as well as a Pan-African identity for women. So I'm hoping that you're seeing yourself somewhere here. Now we have Sheila Bergen, who is a youth leader, and she's known for her work in innovation hubs. And in 2025, this year, she is mentoring young women, techpreneurs through her Build Her Africa. So Builder Africa, which is a Pan-African platform that she co-founded. So that is Sheila Bergen. Alafu tuko na Marion Wanjiko, who's a 25-year-old street artist. She's a visual artist who uses Nairobi's walls to amplify women's voices. And she focuses on everyday heroines in neighborhoods and, neighborhoods that are often overlooked. So shout out to Marion Wanjiko for the work that she's doing and putting up beautiful imagery of heroines. If you see a Wangari Maathai somewhere on your wall in the neighborhood that you pass by on a regular, that might be her work. Tukona nani tena? Tukona Anita Nderu this morning, and Anita Nderu currently, because she's been doing a lot across the years. We've talked about her on Sheversations before, but she's spearheading currently a movement teaching young women digital entrepreneurship as well as money skills through workshops and online content. So who are you in these women's stories? Can you see yourself, and what is it that you can get going with? Alafu tuko na Faith Odhiambo, who is the youngest female president of the Law Society of Kenya 2024-2025, and certainly is inspiring a new breed of women to step into leadership, to step into government, to step into justice, into civic society, civic advocacy. Faith Odhiambo, shout out to you. Now, when it comes to content, kila mtu anajua Joy Kendi, or that's an assumption, but you should honestly fix it if you don't. But yeah, from being a content creator, she's also now blending fashion as well as activism by championing sustainability, and she does so by using Kenyan textiles as well as bold African narratives, my kind of thing. And this has been influencing how young women shop, create, and tell their stories in the spaces where she has influence. And then we have a Sage, who is a musician, and after having quite a long haters, she is back, and she's been using her music platform to talk openly about healing, motherhood, and creative survival. And then the lady that we're shouting out last this morning is Zena Nyambura, and she is a feminist farmer. Look at that, a feminist farmer. And she's a 26-year-old agripreneur from Kiambu who has started a woman-run organic farm as well as digital storytelling project about food justice, climate resilience, and young women owning land. And these are things that we need to be diving into on the regular, because what's food justice? We know justice, many biasimu, I'm gonna need my phone back, justice. Somebody has raped somebody, heinous crime, justice. Yes, but what does justice look like in the food spaces? We talk about climate resilience, and we talk about young women's rights to owning land, and that's something that Zena Nyambura is looking at. So maybe you have found yourself, maybe you could find yourself, in any one of these women's stories. If you share such a story, if this is your story, your friend's story, your mother's story, auntie, grandma, your friend, then feel free to reach out to us here on Power Radio, Caroline _Murote and Caroline Murote everywhere. That would be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X, and at Power Radio on all those same platforms to let us know how you feel about what these different women are doing. And yes, excited because right after this, we are going to dive into our conversation with regards to branding. And this is Holes by Njoki Caro. Do not move an inch. We're going to be back briefly.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hold through the curtains. Hold through my heart. Then I patch them up. These holes in the curtains, holes in my heart. Then I paint them black. Now they won't let the light in. I got lost in translation, in between the lines. No one can read. I broke myself in the places I didn't ever think what could be. And maybe someday I'll be enough, not for anyone other than me. Oh, maybe one day I'll be enough for someone, and that someone is me. Holes in the silence, holes in the chaos. How should I fix them up when I see holes in my wisdom, holes in my knowledge? How do I see the way when my eyes just wouldn't open? See, I get lost in translation, in between the lines. No, I can't read. I break myself in the places I didn't ever think what could be. And maybe someday I'll be enough, not for anyone other than me. Oh, maybe one day I'll be enough for someone, and that someone is me. I still get lost in translation, in between the lines. No, I can't read. I still break myself in the places I didn't ever think would be good. And maybe someday I'll be enough, not for anyone other than me. Oh, maybe one day I'll be enough for someone, and not someone. I still get lost in translation, in between the lines. No one can read. I still break myself in the places I didn't ever think about could be. And maybe someday I'll be enough, not for anyone other than me. Oh, maybe one day I'll be enough for someone, and that someone is me. For someone, and that someone is me. For someone, and that someone is me. for someone, and that someone is me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
If I could turn back the hands of time, relieve every moment I spent with you, I'd still want you here. So tell me now, what happened to forever? What happened to the days? Oh, you said you'd leave me never. Now I'm in a daze. Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me now? Had so much to say. We had so much to do. Where and you were, tabasamu. Where and you were, momi yangu. Where and you were, rafiki yangu. Where and you were, where and you were. Time can never erase your face. No, 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 no. Nothing can ever take your place. You are the fire deep inside of me. You are the strength that I need to succeed. You are the voice that speaks to me. Asante kwa uzuri wako. Asante kwa mafundisho yako. Yote uliyotenda yalikuwa mema, twakusujudu. Wewe ndiwe tabasamu langu. Wewe ndiwe ngome yangu. Wewe ndiwe rafiki yangu. Wewe ndiwe, wewe ndiwe. I'll never turn back the hands of time. So here's what I'll do. I'll make you proud. I'll make you smile. And do the things that you left behind. I wanna thank you, for being my friend, for being us.
Run. Warembo ni wengi ila nawalenga, ndio maana usiku siku hizi nalala mapema. Hawataniteka, hawataniteka, heri tu ninyonge na nilale juu sitakucheza. Nami nimekiri yetu siyo siri, ni wewe tu na mimi. Niamini, loving you is easy. Wacha wakupinga watupinge. Umenibeba, asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda.
Warembo ni wengi ila unalenga kupenda kutenda, sio tu kusema. Nashangaa si kawaida if you won't either. Fever, umedeliver. Safari ya mapenzi haina kufika. Kiri nimekiri, loving you is easy. Wacha wakupinga watupinge. Umenibeba, umenibeba. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, umenibeba. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda. Umenibeba, umenibeba. Asante kwa kunipenda hivi unavyonipenda.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Already. Welcome back to Sheversations. And come on, Mr. How. My name is Caroline Murote. And this is a space where we amplify female voices. And as you can see, I am not by myself. But before we have our guest introducing herself, we were just enjoying the good sounds of some good music. Lick sound humans. Sasa tumekuwa na Beba, that is Watendo Willie and Zenia Manase. And you know how I feel about this lick side, man. Sikwangi sawa. Alafu tumekuwa na Tabusamu Langu, J Blessing, Saint P, and Joanne Matata. Right before that, we had Holes by Njoki Karu. But enough about that. Enough about the playlist. I'm excited to get into this conversation. We had told you earlier that we are going to be talking about branding. You know, just the people that know how to put their best foot out there when it comes to what they look like, what they sound like, the image that is created. But like in case I'm making up stories, making up rumors, and lying to you guys, I have somebody who's here with all the receipts and all the expertise, and I'd like to welcome my guest. Good morning, and how are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Please tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Karen Wambugu.
Hi, Karen.
Hi. I am a digital marketing consultant.
Okay.
I do run a digital marketing agency called Crescent Media.
I love that.
Yeah, where we do social media marketing for businesses. We also do trainings for individuals and corporates. We also do personal branding. Apart from that, I moderate panels.
Okay.
And I'm also a speaker.
Look at that. A whole girl boss. Like, okay, so what is it that you don't do? Because it looks like you do everything. Like you're doing a lot. How many jobs is that? Let's count. No, actually count for me. How many jobs is that?
Not enough.
Not enough. Oh my goodness. The youth, they are hungry and they're like, we're going to do everything. And you guys won't be able to tell us anything. I love that so much. You know, but before we dive deeper into all these very serious accolades, very heavy, serious accolades that you're carrying, the hats that you wear on your head, I'd love to know, Karen, the girl, yes, just the girl. So if somebody asked you how you define yourself in three 3 words.
Oh, 3 words.
Yeah, 3 words. Yani, you're limited to 3 words and they have to be the most you could find. What would those words be?
Simple.
Simple.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Driven. Ambitious. So somebody who's driven and ambitious, can they also be simple?
Yes.
What do you mean by simple? Break that down for us.
It's all about the simple things in life.
Uh-huh.
You know, my coffee, like I appreciate my coffee.
Right.
I have flowers in my balcony.
Okay.
I just really love them.
Okay.
You know, I appreciate the time I spend with my family and my loved ones. I appreciate the time I'm spending with you.
Oh, don't make me feel special. I like that. So it's just a girl who wants her coffee and the people she loves and just some flowers.
I'm just a girl.
You're not asking for much. I love that. And so so young Karen, let's see. Let's go with the age of 15. What did she aspire for herself? Where was she? Where was her mind space? Did she have dreams? And how far have you come from that 15-year-old Karen?
15-year-old.
Yeah.
15-year-old, I was in what, Form 1 or Form 2? Like, how did you, I was in high school though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 15 normally, yeah.
I don't think I had dreams. Like, I don't think I was conscious at 15.
Really?
Why you?
Girl, I've been conscious since the age of 8. I've been dreaming. It was a problem.
Oh, it was an issue.
Yeah, it was. So for you were just like,
I was just going through, like, I was just trying to get through high school.
Okay.
You know?
Was it a lot? Were you getting through, like, was there a lot to get through? It's just like, exist, be a teenager.
I just hated high school so much.
Why?
Because it was boarding school and you had to wake up at 4 and there were duties and there was somebody controlling you and
you're like, I don't like this.
Oh my God. It was just...
And there was no escape plan because I feel like as much as that's not what it's called, everybody has, oh my God, if I could have my way right now, if best case scenario, this is for sure what I would choose for myself. So if you were not in boarding school, waking up at 4 and being controlled at 15 years, where would you rather have been and doing what?
At 15, oh my gosh. Okay, there was no content creation there. So maybe set books. Maybe I would have acted, set books.
All right, so acting.
Or writing.
All right.
Maybe actually in high school, in primary, I was good at writing. Yeah, so maybe I would have written something, a play.
Okay.
Or drama.
So you were you those kids with journals? Dear Diary? Or
I've always had.
Okay.
One.
Okay, we found the 15-year-old.
Yeah, we found her.
She was stuck in her head, fed up with the world, and she's like, whatever, I'm just gonna ignore you guys.
Yeah, and then I used to read a lot. Like in the library, I was always there looking for a set book. Because we had a lot of those books. I don't know what they were called.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I read the whole.
Did you enjoy
library.
them?
Yeah, a lot.
So the fiction, the storybooks.
Yeah, the story. I even today I love novels.
Same.
Yeah.
I hear you. No, it's a thing, and people that don't enjoy reading, they just need to heal. They need to heal and get over whatever trauma they had as children, because I don't think they're doing okay. But we're not here to talk about them. So now, when did you start dreaming? When did you start having a defined idea of what you want for yourself?
When I came to Nairobi. I'm not a born Nairobi.
Okay.
So when I came here for school, that's when I started, like, I would say it was natural, me being an entrepreneur. Because the first thing I did, I started selling necklaces and makeup, and it was like my second year in campus.
All right.
So I would go to like Dubois.
Okay.
I would get them cheap. And
You're
sell
those
them.
girls, the people who nobody knew where these things were coming from.
It was
before 2020. COVID did a lot, but also ruined a lot, because it's like now everybody knows everything.
And it was like maybe 2016.
You were in it.
Time ago.
Yeah, you were doing a lot.
I used to. So, and then I had an Instagram page. And then back then, it was so easy to grow an organic page.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like right now you have to pay ads, influencers, like.
You have to jump hurdles and sell a piece of your soul.
please.
Yeah.
But back then it was pretty easy. So that's how I used to sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that page still up?
No, like I life, we progressed.
Kasongo. We blame Kasongo and other presidents before.
And it was Kibaki's time, so
Ew.
the business was flourishing.
2016 was Kibaki Ikwa Uhuru 2016.
No, I'm not sure, but I remember
It was
when I was
Uhuru.
selling, it was Kibaki's. I remember Kibaki was,
Really?
yeah, maybe his
Okay.
last year or something.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Might have been, yeah, because elections was 2017.
Yeah.
Was it 20? Am I making things? You know what? Let's move.
You get the point.
We move regardless. Yes. Okay. So now you've come to Nairobi.
Yeah.
You're this young entrepreneur. Are we dreaming? Do we know what we want to do with
No,
our lives? 'Cause-
we're just trying to make money. Like,
Okay.
of course, my parents are providing like the usual, but you're just trying to
you know.
do some. I think it was
Extra.
in me. It was inside me. Like I just
Right.
needed to do something.
Yeah.
Because as I was selling and I had my Instagram page, I got a job, a corporate job.
Oh, wow.
An internship.
Was it because of the page, or was it you just applied and got the post?
Actually, one of my cousins plugged me.
Okay.
Yeah,
We
so-
like those cousins.
Yeah.
Guys, please, my relatives
You see what other relatives
are doing for their people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So my cousin plugged me, but it was in social media.
Okay.
So it was an internship. So then I stopped selling because you're supposed to
busy.
get a corporate job.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I was doing that, then I started selling bags. Like I would go to Kikomba before I go to work.
In
Get
the
bags.
morning?
Yeah, in the morning. I would go like
what time would you
6.
report to work?
It was supposed to be 8:30.
Okay.
So, but it was pretty easy because
Okay.
Kikomba and I was working in Parklands. It was
Close enough.
close enough. So I would go
Okay.
get bags and then sell them. Like that business didn't like it peaked a little bit, but not.
Yeah, but you were hustling. Like, what do you mean you're working a corporate job and you're going to Kompa first thing in the morning? That's crazy. At 8, I'm like, I've showered and that's good enough for me. Power to you guys. Like I see you people exist where we're yeah, inspire us.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I hear you. So the business just went.
It was like this.
Yeah.
And then it was a hustle. But then that's when I started now dreaming the way you were talking. And then this guy I used to work for, he was so inspiration. Like he was Hindi, but he
Right.
was so
A dreamer.
a visionary, like
Okay.
a real.
Okay.
So between being in that environment
Right.
and being an entrepreneur, then I started dreaming. First, I thought of starting an event business, and I actually started it. I registered the name. I tried, but oh my gosh, that business, anybody in that business,
Yeah.
oh,
What kind of business was it?
it was. I
The events.
was thinking
Yeah.
of events like concerts.
Okay, so
Yeah, like
concerts.
Yeah, like concerts, like just out of the box.
So you would be the
ideas.
organizer,
Yeah, so
and just
be
bring
the
people
organizer
together, and
just
people pay.
bring- Yeah, and people
vendors.
pay, and then get artists.
Okay.
So I got started with, and then I love matatu culture.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Aki hiyo kelele yenu guys. No, really, truly. Mat za Ronga, za Buru, kuna a whole new fleet za Buruburu that show up in CBD at 7 p.m. because I'm normally, and I'm like, what is the reason? Please explain what is the reason.
let me say, the target audience.
Oh my God.
first
Thank
and
you.
foremost.
Okay, you know what? That is very affirming. Thank you. Because I don't get it. See, Mimi.
I think matatu culture, it's one of those things like you either get it, and
Or you
if
don't.
don't get it, then just leave it.
Okay, but eardrums, guys. Are we, like, biologically, are we set up to be taking the lights? I'm okay with, right? But, like, why are people jumping on the roof of the matatu? Why are there 6 of them? Can you explain?
It's not about, you see, that's how you know you're not a matter. It's not the lights, it's not the music, it's the vibe. It's the vibe.
But
I
we're
can't
deaf.
Like,
We're losing
it's,
our...
it's the vibe.
So, like, it's fine. We don't need to hear anything.
Yeah, like,
We don't need to see where we're going. Mnanipitisha
like
by
I
a
said,
whole...
it's the vibe,
So you loved matatu culture?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then there was this lithium. So there's this guy who paints or he designs the matatus.
Okay,
and I
okay.
was so obsessed with lithium. Oh my god.
All right.
Still are.
Okay.
So I went to his garage and I was like, how much is it to rent this place out?
His garage. You just wanted like the man's workplace. You went to
But
the
you
man's
see,
office.
it's the, like I said, it's out of the box thinking.
okay,
Because
for
it's
sure.
a big place.
Right.
And then it has other people, not just him.
Okay, cool.
So I was thinking of getting people like Sauti Sol, like, that vibe of Akina. Oliza Kiatu, what's their name?
Had the band.
Actually had the band was
You were,
the
I like
vibe.
that, a big thinker. You're like, no, we're not gonna start with my friends who are trying to be
I actually
DJs.
even called them and was like, you can send me it.
So they're picking up and they're talking to you.
Yeah,
And
like,
they're
I
like,
think it was their manager. and
Who's this girl na nataka nini? So walikuambia.
They sent, they don't know who they are talking to
Okay.
on their end. So they send me their whatever, their price list. And then
Right.
it started. And then you have to look for sponsors. Then it started dawning on me like, oh my God, maybe this is,
A bit the dip end.
Yeah. And then as I was doing this, I was also thinking of doing social media and digital marketing.
Right.
So it was like between the two.
Okay.
Yeah. So then when I started saying, event is a lot of work, then I went towards social media, digital marketing, and then I just started, doing social media for small businesses. And then eventually I just started my company in 2020,
Okay.
Present Media.
Okay.
And then here we are.
I love that. I would have loved to see how it have gone with lithium in them.
Yeah,
That would
me
have
too. Me too.
Oh well. So yeah, so now at this
But we're
point
still young, so you never know.
we move. So now you're a social media girly. You've tried it out where the people are doing the events, and that's not for you, and you decided to start branding people essentially. Yeah. So everybody has their own definition of branding. Some people know branding is when I order a mug and it's somebody's birthday or it's their graduation, and then we put a very awkward photo because I don't know why it's always the worst photos. It's like, let's brand this mug, or somebody takes this Power Radio logo and puts it on a t-shirt and be like, yeah, of course, to Meiji brand.
Yeah.
For you, what is branding?
So branding, from my perspective, is about the bigger picture.
Okay.
It's not about the logo or the photo you put on a mug. It's
Right.
about the message you're putting across, what you represent.
Okay.
So when somebody thinks of the name Power 254, what comes to mind? And what comes to mind, then that's the brand.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're known for poor quality, then that's your brand, not the logo and not the colors.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And what do these visual things, because that's where I want to start, because for example, Coca-Cola have been red from time in. I don't think there was a time when they were not red. That YouTube, if you dig and go into those rabbit holes, always surprises you. KFC as well have pretty much stuck to the same. Starbucks, so these are this big international brands that whether you use them or consume them or not, what they are. So what does, imagery have to do with branding? Because you've painted the bigger picture of, so this is what I'm thinking about. So when it comes to Coke, what I think about is good times, fun, but the actual drink is killing my liver. Let's be honest. You get. So they're doing a pretty good job of branding. But I also can't see that font that they use. I Googled it and I forgot. I can't see that font on any other red background written in white and not think Coca-Cola. So what does imagery have to do with branding? Like, does it matter? As long as I've created a feeling. So Safaricom can be yellow today, red tomorrow. Does that actually matter in branding, the visuals?
Okay, of course it matters. So when it comes to branding, there are different things to it.
Okay.
Yeah, but so what you're talking about is the visual aspect of branding.
Right.
So what people are seeing.
Okay.
And so it's not just about a logo, right? It's about what does the logo represent. Sometimes you'll have somebody with like an animal or something in their logo that has a more powerful meaning behind it.
Okay.
When it comes to colors are not just colors. I think it's called color theory.
Okay.
So they are blue, like blue. A lot of corporates use blue because blue represents trust.
Okay.
green, a lot of farming, a lot of nature. They use green because of the way it represents the eco-friendliness. So red, passion,
Yeah.
So it's not just about color.
Right.
You just need to look up what does this color mean.
Right.
So before you start putting it in your visual representation. The other thing you've talked about is consistency.
Okay.
Yeah, so things like Coca-Cola and Safaricom and Blue Band, they've been consistent with these. Actually, you can't just paint your building green. Somebody just come and ask, "Can I M-Pesa?"
That's
See?
that's a thing. That's a thing. I actually I didn't grow up in Kenya, so I came to Kenya in 2016. Which is why I'm convinced this Uhuru thing, we're gonna Google it.
You're gonna
I might be
Google.
wrong. Yeah, and I was like, why are all the buildings in the villages green? Like anywhere that's not a city.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are these all? And then somebody told me it represents Safaricom and M-Pesa, and I'm like, so are they all M-Pesa shops? And they said no, and I'm like, so then why are they green? And then somebody told me because people will think that there's M-Pesa there, and then they're gonna. It's a way to just bring people because of what that color represents. And I was like, that's just so strange, because why is you're driving for a whole 15 minutes and every other little shop is green? It was so interesting, because I was like, when is Safaricom, M-Pesa owns all these, only to realize how serious that branding is.
Yeah, it's some serious brand. And it's programming, You're programmed to think this color means this. Yeah. So like even the examples you've given of they see red and white, Coca-Cola, And then also Coca-Cola has been very actually, when you're talking about brands, one of the case studies is Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
They have used the same messaging, like sharing,
Fun,
like
joy.
And
And
people
you're like, what does it
sitting
have
around.
to do with it, guys? Nothing.
They and also Christmas. They own Christmas.
They have played us for decades. And we've been eating it all up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so for somebody who branding, your whole, career is around branding. If I want to start a business, say I want to sell bracelets, because that's actually something I want to do. Me who can't make them, me who doesn't know where they get the beads and all of that. So what would I want to look at, me not having the expertise that you do? So where does somebody start?
So when it comes to entrepreneurship, I think you just need to get started.
Okay.
So even for me, when I started Crescent Media, I went online and I logo generator, and it generated a logo.
Right.
And it doesn't even have the colors I use right now. It was crazy. I had the idea in my mind.
Okay.
I knew the vision I had. I knew the mission. I knew the message I want to put across. So what I just did, I just needed a logo. So for you, if you have, you can start a branding kit. So you can get me or a branding expert to create a branding kit, or a graphic designer. And they create a branding kit for you. It starts normally from around 15K.
Okay. And what's a branding kit?
So a branding kit has your logo, it has the colors, it has your font. And even when it comes to color, it's not just the color. It has like, this color means this. This is the primary color you should use. These are the 2 secondary colors you should use.
Wow.
Even the fonts.
This is deep. It's like high school poetry. What does the color red signify in this, paragraph? So it's deeper than we think.
It's deeper than you think. So the branding kit is, so even for me, when I get a client, one of the things I asked them, like a client has come, they want me to do social media.
Right.
I'm like, one of the things I want from you is a branding kit. And you'll be surprised even how many corporates don't have branding kits.
Because nobody knows what that is. We need you guys.
So then it has, like, it's just a visual representation of your brand. So this means everywhere you go, it doesn't matter if you're doing a video, if you're doing an image, like an Instagram photo, it's this consistency across the board, across the years. Even if you left that company and somebody else came in, they won't see the difference. Like even like this happens a lot with companies getting social media managers. you get a social media manager for 3 months. This is not working.
Yeah.
And then you get another one.
And then
3 months. So every 3 months they have a different
True.
visual. Like
I used to
something
be somebody's
different.
social media manager, so it wasn't working.
Yeah. So then that's why you need a branding kit. So, and also the branding kit has the tone. Like, are you friendly?
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
Are
how
you serious?
Are you serious?
Right.
What the do's, the don'ts. Even some serious brands have, when responding to comments,
Yeah.
they have like a template of what to use. There's just consistency.
Okay.
So a branding kit ensures you have consistency.
All right.
Yeah.
I love that. So you clearly know what you're talking about. And something that's really interesting to me is all of this, I would say new careers, just a new workspaces that traditional parents, by traditional parents, I mean parents that grew up anytime before the 70s or were born before the 70s. They're just like lawyer, doctor, engineer, pilot, maybe, if you're super brilliant in quotes, and then now you tell your parents that you're you're marketing, you do this, how what does that conversation look like? Do people understand what you do?
Some, but not all.
Okay.
I was actually I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually went to school.
You went to law school?
To law school.
Okay.
Yes.
How did that go for you?
I did my diploma. So
Okay.
I do have a diploma in law.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it. I see it.
Well, I would have made a very good lawyer if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
But I would say it wasn't my path because I did intentionally divert from that path of being a lawyer. I just found myself in the social media, the marketing field.
And it's stuck.
And it's stuck. Actually, nobody taught me or nobody told me you should go that way. But when I started that page on Instagram for selling, I think it was called Ripped Couture.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I just have a natural,
A passion.
a passion for it.
So you'd say it came to you. Can't really explain it.
Yeah, I can't really explain it.
It's
It
just
came
in
to
there.
me. Yeah. So just my parents were obviously very disappointed. They wanted a lawyer.
Same. No, same. Right now, I hope my dad is okay. Sorry if you're watching this. This journalist was nowhere in the cards for him.
Yeah.
His brilliant daughter should have been a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he wanted.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Should we
It was
trauma bond or something?
we should after this. Yeah, after we teach the people for sure.
Yeah, so I would say this found me. So there's a lot of new jobs and new careers, especially now with the content. Let me tell you something. Content creators are making mad money. Mad money.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Influencers
Right.
are making crazy
Right.
money.
And
Yeah.
it sounds like it's very elusive because there's the ones you're talking about and your experience, you're in this industry. And then there's everybody else who's hopping onto Instagram and not knowing what they're doing. What's the difference? How do you get from I want to make money because of what you just said? Somebody hears that content creators, influencers. If you go to any popular YouTubers page, new YouTubers gather here, new YouTubers follow me. It's really annoying, but I don't blame them. Everybody is trying because honestly, COVID did a thing, 2020 did a thing in Kenyan. I think it's YouTube everywhere, but truly in Kenya, I we've been able to follow it and see how most of the influencers we have now, most of them that are popular now, really blew up that time, even if they were consistent. So how do you get from I have a phone and I just want to make money to people who understand the business of marketing, the business of influencing, the business of content creation?
So you're asking how to get started as an influencer?
Yes. How to make money and
from it?
Yeah, from just, because most people think it's picking up a phone and just doing weird things and putting clickbait. Yeah.
Okay, you've just reminded me of Movlogs. I don't know if you know Movlogs. So Movlogs is a Dubai based,
Okay.
a YouTuber.
All right.
I really loved him. Like when I discovered him a long time ago, he was more into luxury cars and
Okay.
reviewing
Gotcha.
luxury cars. And then he started doing clickbaits. And then he just fell off.
Because why are you lying to us?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
so when you say clickbait, I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you. You might, at that moment, you might
Tank your brand.
Yeah, but in the long run, you're going to suffer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so when it comes to content, influencers and content creation, I would say first you just need to get started, obviously. But you must have, like, what do you want to be known for?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like, do you want to be known for maybe for skincare, fitness, food? Like Boina, I think she
She's
came up
winning in
pretty
life.
quickly and
Yeah.
shika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Like her journey is so funny and inspirational.
Yeah. So I also have to say luck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay. Basically,
Because
life you need.
for some people, you're like, why has this other person been doing the exact same thing?
and I
No
haven't.
traction.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, okay, for that, I would say passion.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't start something. Don't do research. Oh my God. What category are people being paid?
So
the
let it
most
be
for?
you.
Yeah. Just be you. It's something you're passionate about.
Okay.
So that even if you don't reap the rewards right away, you won't give up.
Yes. It's
You'll be-
fulfilling either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one. Do something. Make sure it's something you're passionate about.
Okay.
I wonder if Boina is passionate about food. Like maybe she's a foodie.
I feel like she is. And I
Yeah.
feel like if it was a strategy, it's a strategy that she thoroughly enjoys.
Yes.
Because I think she has a sense of humor. She's really
Yeah.
witty.
Yeah.
Her content allowed her to express herself, to be funny. She can be cute on those videos. She looks like a
Yeah.
girly girl.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, even if it's just the idea she had because
Yeah.
she wanted to break out,
Yeah.
it works
It
pretty well
works
for her.
pretty well for
Yeah,
her.
she looks
That's
like she
true.
enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure you're passionate about it. The other thing is you just need to get started, like I had already said.
Okay.
Like you see a lot of quoting, okay, let me not use that word. But you see a lot of people in up country. You can just tell this is not a very good phone.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
they're on TikTok and they're recording and
Yeah.
it's speaking.
It's even here in Nairobi, we
Yeah.
have terrible phones too.
Yeah.
It's all of us. Kenyans were struggling.
Yeah.
Content bad.
But if like I said, if it's authenticity, if
Right.
it's authentic, then
Yeah.
it's just going to
Yes.
click.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing is, I know this could be true and it could not be true, but you do need money
Yeah.
in terms of, for example, if you are Boina and food, you need to go out to restaurants.
You need to afford the fries.
Yeah,
that you're
you
eating.
need to afford the food
Hot
that you're
dogs.
eating, and yeah, if it's skincare, you need to be able to buy the
Right.
skincare.
Right.
Yeah.
Or fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you
and
make
hope
it.
that your skin will not hate you for it.
Exactly. Now, the other thing when you're doing your influencing, and I'm going to use Nyako as a very good example.
Because wow, so much is going on there.
Yeah. But okay, I have to say when she got started, like I used to watch her.
Same.
Like I'm working and then my phone is here. And then I'll just
It's so ridiculous you can't not watch.
I know.
And half the things she says are true. And I'm like, but why are you insulting everyone?
I know she
Let's-
was crazy, but she was on top of the world.
She
then.
was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she wasn't very smart. Okay, it reaches to a point where it's a brand. No, this is personal branding, right?
Yes.
So Nyako, this stopped being for fun and it reached a point where it could be considered a brand.
Yeah.
But dem manze anatusi watu which brand is going to associate
With you.
You see?
I got you.
Yeah, so-
followers, but no
Yeah,
money.
money. So you see, so that I would say I don't want to say it led to her downfall.
Right.
But it sort of did. It could have been a different
I think it did.
story.
Because all her drama and even all her
Yeah.
cases come
Yeah.
from things that she would say to her
Yeah.
enemies
Yes.
on social media, and then
Yeah.
it became legal.
Yeah. So when
Yeah.
you get to a certain point,
Yeah.
make sure that you think like a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because a lot of influencers and content creators, a lot of the money they make is through brand
Mm-hmm.
partnerships. It's through like even YouTubers,
Yeah.
a lot of the money they make is through brands.
Yeah.
Let's say in the middle of the YouTube, before we continue, our sponsor for
Yeah.
today's video.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a brand, Natusi Watu and all that, no brand is going to associate with you. So make sure you treat yourself like a brand.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love Akode.
Yes.
I really
Also,
love
you hear
Akode.
Nyako, you hear Akode because they're very similar, but
Yes.
also different.
But also different.
Yes.
Actually, I was, the other day, Akode did a video. She was interviewing someone.
Okay.
And someone came in and she was like, "Hi, I know you." But she was like, "No, that is social media." So you can...
And she's like, just in case you thought,
yeah.
so
So
you're
you
wrong.
can see she knows she's a brand. Like you can see
Yeah.
the way she's thinking.
She's able to compartmentalize that this is
Yes.
my personal life
Yeah,
and this is the image
yes,
that you know on
yeah,
social media.
yeah.
Okay.
So think like that. You
All
want
right.
to become an influencer and put God first.
Yeah.
I mean, you need luck.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Now tell us about Crescent Media. So how did it, what are you about? What are you doing? What do you want people to know about, what it takes to run a business like that?
Okay. So when Crescent Media started, it was a joke, basically. It was trying to keep the lights on. And that's why I said I started by generating a logo
Okay.
online.
Yeah.
And then so Crescent Media and my personal brand go hand in hand.
Okay.
Because when I started, nobody knew about Crescent Media, but people knew about me, Karen. The people I've worked with, the companies I had worked with, people
Yes.
in my network.
Yes.
So when I started Crescent Media, I relied heavily on my personal brand and
Okay.
especially my LinkedIn.
Okay.
That's where I got my very first organic clients that were
Wow.
not from
So I need to
referral.
get my LinkedIn together. It's a ghost town.
Oh.
Don't even
We also
Google.
do LinkedIn revamps.
I
It's
s-
one of the
I
services
see
we
what
do.
you did there.
Yeah,
You're doing a great job. Great job.
Yeah.
So you get LinkedIn
Yeah.
the clients.
Yeah, so because mostly we target B2B clients.
Okay.
And a lot of people, a lot of decision makers in the B2B industry are on LinkedIn. So that's why we rely heavily on it.
Okay.
So when we started, we were just doing social media marketing and digital marketing.
Right.
Now, before I continue, I would like to say these are two different things.
Yes, yes.
So digital marketing is the overall marketing. I would say it's internet marketing.
Yes.
So digital marketing, you have email marketing,
Yeah.
search engine optimization,
Yes.
influencer marketing. All these are types
Websites.
of website.
Yeah,
Yes, all
yeah.
these are types of social
Digital.
media marketing.
Is under digital marketing.
It's under digital marketing.
Gotcha.
But most people just think
It's
social
the same
media.
thing.
Yeah, it's not
Okay,
the same
come
thing.
to our social media.
Yeah, actually, you just find people saying, "Oh, we are looking for social media
Yeah.
managers," and then under the
As
roles
if it
you'll
was
see
online.
email marketing, you'll see video.
Yes.
Like you see.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not go
You're
there.
the second marketer to come on to Sheversations and just say we're tired, guys. Just
Oh my God. And then they don't want to pay the world, so they are
for
paying
two
you
jobs.
if-
Yeah. This is you
Lords.
need two people. These are two different jobs.
Listen, social media marketing is not a one-person job.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like you're David, but since we are here,
No, let's go into it. Let's go into
Yeah.
it.
Because digital marketing, like I said, if you want a digital marketer, this person can't have all these skills. Okay, of
Yeah.
course, like me, I'm a digital marketer. I know a
Yes.
little bit of
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
But I would say strategy is my biggest. I'm really good in
Right.
strategy.
Right.
So these people are advertising. We are looking for a social media manager, and the job description: videography, video editing, photographer, copywriting.
Can I tell you that those are some of the jobs I apply for before you understand everything, or rather before there's a job that's advertised, but they haven't really outlined the roles.
The roles, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, so I'm a journalist, I'm a communicator.
Yeah.
I could
And
do.
communication is different from social media.
Thank you.
marketing.
So it's the craziest thing because I'm like, guys, why is it not okay that I can't edit your videos? I am qualified in so many
Yeah.
other things.
Yes.
But as long as I can't do this, then I'm, and I understand, about being flexible,
Yeah.
about, just reaching out and upskilling.
Yeah.
But it's annoying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because I
it's
think
very,
communicators face the same challenge. Yeah.
I would say for a business, the best thing is to get an agency.
Yeah.
And if you can't get an agency, get a team.
Okay.
Yeah, get like maybe 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, but honestly, you can't have one person
Okay.
at your company that you're paying 40K.
Yeah.
And then you're
40K
there
is
asking them.
is very nice for some people. I hear you. I'm just saying. Somebody is
my
like,
point
what
is-
do you mean we're paying the social media manager 40K? That's too much.
All they have to do is just take a photo and
post
it
on
and
Instagram. Yeah, that's the mentality out there.
honestly, for 40K, I would say it's like entry job, entry level. Just pay social media managers their worth. We should make a T-shirt. Just
Protest in the
pay.
streets.
Yeah, like, because you see, you find, and then another thing is confusing marketing and sales. Actually, one of the things I ask you, do you have sales? If you don't have sales, I'm normally very skeptical about
Because they're gonna throw it.
taking the job. Like even my team,
Yeah.
they don't. If the company we are going for doesn't have a sales department,
Yes.
we are very skeptical about taking the job because we just know we are going to be
The
thrown
ones
the
doing
sales.
it. Yes, I hear you.
Anyway, so when we did get started with Crescent Media, I was doing mostly digital marketing for
Okay.
B2B
Okay.
companies.
Okay.
And then eventually we started doing the trainings. So this is where Instagram came in. So digital marketing was B2B, but the trainings was B2C. And Instagram, I would say like 90% of the people who have taken our course have been through Instagram. And so we had to run ads and all that.
Okay.
So I would say the 2 most important platforms for Crescent Media is LinkedIn and Instagram for lead generation.
Okay.
So after, I think around 2022 is when I got the logo professionally done.
Now you're serious. It was no
Yeah,
longer
now
a
I was
joke.
like, oh my God, no, it's
I'm-
not a
I'm-
joke.
I'm
Now
a
I'm a
serious
whole
professional.
CEO, because I'm doing all these, like now you have a team.
Right.
You have people, you have to do the marketing for the business. I have to do my personal branding. I have to do accounts. I have to do, and
Yeah.
actually that's when I started calling myself a CEO.
Yeah, because you
Around
realized.
that time, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So that's when I professionally got my logo done.
Okay.
And my branding kit done.
Yeah.
I got a website.
Okay.
And God has been faithful.
Wow. And yeah, that has been, I think that deserves a music break. So we are going to just have a jam, and then we're going to come back and just talk about what it looks like being a woman in this industry, because the girlies always want to know how can we get to where you are, and those are the conversations that we love to have on here. But thank you so much for sharing, and I'm inspired. And guys, please, social media managers, stop abusing them. Kindly. We'll be back in just a bit.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Okay. Kako ready, minko ready, pole pole steady, hiyo ndio pace. Na kwani ushachoka already, unaona janta haiwezi make. Don't let that smile fade away. It's not every day that things go your way. Na kuteseka ni kwa muda tu. I believe in you, 'cause you're no lesser, you matter. Don't let them define who you are. You got so much to live for, yeah. So much to give, oh yeah. Usijali, kuko vale. Jiaminie baba, wendo stapa. Usiwari, pole pole kuna hari. Oh, you're special, wendo stapa. Weni nyota, yeah, yeah, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, yeah, yeah, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, nyota, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, weni nyota, yeah. It's a different kind of world that we're living in. We all living in a life of sin. That's probably why I never try to win. Struggling to find out what the word love means. That's why I'm gonna be a shoulder to lean on. When all seems lost, when it all seems wrong. When you're found hiding and your cover's been blown. Look across the room, you're my brother, people. I know a lot of stories that you probably been told. I'm gonna be your warmth when you start to feel cold. Hurts deep inside, all the way to your core. That's when you get stuck, whole world says no. Cause you know lesser, you matter. Don't let them define who you are. You got so much to live for, yeah. So much to give, oh yeah. Weni nyota, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, weni nyota, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, weni nyota, yeah. Weni nyota, weni nyota, weni nyota, yeah. When you start.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations, and I hope that you are enjoying the conversation this far. So this is that was Echoes Extended, MJ Wemoto, Waithaka, and Zaituni Wamboi. And before we dive back into this conversation, we have Wilka Wambugu that has been tuned in. Welcome, Wilka. Thank you so much for your feedback. And Amesema, live your life, your parents will cope. Yeah, and she says, my daughter just wants to see Karen Wambugu. We love you. So yeah, your people are sending you love. Thank you so much, Milka, for tuning in. And so yes, just want to get into just a bit of the technical things. So Google Analytics. Everybody wants a Google certified, a certification, a Google certification. So what has that been like for you? What kind of work, are you able to do, once you have that kind of certification?
So when I got started, I was doing a little bit of everything. So when I got a client, I was using the word we, but it was just me. So I needed to know a little bit of everything. And Google Analytics is one of the most important things, especially if you have a website. Because then our website serves as your virtual office. Yeah. So for Google Analytics, it's mostly, so when you're doing social media marketing, digital marketing, one of the things you need to do is drive traffic to their website. Okay. Or when you're reporting to the client, then the website analytics is one of the things you need to report. Right. So then you need to have a know-how of how Google Analytics work. So that's what basically Google Analytics is, just looking at the data, because data is the most important thing. Yeah. Because you need to make decisions that are informed, so that you just don't even waste your money. Okay. And you don't waste your manpower. Okay. So if we are running a campaign, for example, we want people to sign up to a newsletter. Like when you go to the website and there's that pop-up. Yeah. Sign up, then you need Google Analytics to first of all know who is visiting your website the most. Are they women? Maybe are they from maybe Uganda? Yeah. So when what content or what pages are they going for? How long are they staying? Yeah. And then you make sure that you have a feedback, that a feedback thing. Like, did you enjoy our website? Yeah. Yes, no, the
ones that we like to ignore, if I'm being honest.
The ones that everybody ignores. Yeah. So then if we have a campaign to drive registration for the newsletter, then Google Analytics will help you actually accomplish this goal, because then you'll be able to know who are you targeting. Once you know who you're targeting, then you'll come up with a campaign that's tailor-made for the target audience. And once you do that, once the campaign is up and running, you need to keep checking. Are they coming? Are they ignoring the prompts we have there? Why are they ignoring? And do we need, where are they coming from? Are they coming from Instagram? Are they coming from LinkedIn? Yeah. If we are running ads, where are they coming from? And
so it just helps you to position yourself better.
Yes, and I just love that. Make sure the traffic you're getting on website actually translate to leads.
I love that. Okay, and why is it that most campaigns, you've mentioned campaigns, they start off just fireworks. Yeah. And then, we do what's going on there?
Maybe the decision makers, mostly in my experience, the decision makers in the boardroom, they don't see the impact of the campaign. So then maybe they want to discontinue the funding of that campaign. So we're spending this much and we're not getting this
any output.
Any output. So then they discontinue. Yeah. So I would say the most thing is funds. If you don't have money, then you can't do a good campaign. Yeah. So that's what happens. Also, starting with fireworks and then not continue the same momentum. So in terms of consistency, so the people running the campaign are not consistent with it. Yeah.
I would incline towards the second, the second point that you've shared just now, and I think something that somebody has told me before is just maybe whoever is running the campaign or the decision makers who might not be the ones running the campaign. having an unrealistic set of expectations
Yes,
that
yes.
we're never gonna get that from the amount of resources you're putting in.
Yes,
Also
yes.
because they're like, see, nimekulipa pesa. See, si unafaa kupost, mbona hii kitu hainiletei? I don't know why I do that accent, but it's normally people that sound like that. So
No, but I get
I'm so
it,
sorry,
yeah.
people with accents. You're not all headaches. Yeah. Yeah. And so now you're a woman in the corporate space. You're a marketer, a branding influencer. What does it look like? Is it are girls there? Is it are men stressing you? Let's just put it black and white because we want to know.
Okay, I would say marketing is one of those industries that are female
Okay.
dominated.
Okay.
Marketing, actually, boy child in the marketing industry
Yeah.
is suffering.
And why is that? That's so interesting.
I think it's just stereotyping, where people think marketing should be a woman's job. So maybe men, this is the time they are breaking that stereotype. It's like how you find a lot of men in like construction industry, real estate industry.
But it makes sense because they can lift things heavier. So that one is a bit more. Why would marketing, where did that come from? What created that stereotype that like, okay, maybe there's not a man's? Do you know?
I would say maybe because a woman is, intuition
Okay.
is good. Also, they're very good at planning because marketing, there's a lot of planning.
I like
that
that.
and a lot of thoughtfulness that goes into it. And women are just more thoughtful.
Yeah,
than
detail
men.
oriented,
Detail-oriented,
planning things out, and being patient.
Yes.
Yes, because that's something I've learned from my friends that are marketers. You need to be patient. Yes, be very, specific, have your targets, have your timelines, but have realistic time frames.
Yes.
Not everything is going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. The most important thing is to have like the analytics. You just need to keep looking at them. Are we on the right path?
Yeah.
It's more about the journey. You just need to make sure you're on the path.
Okay, I hear it. Thank you for sharing that. So now because you're on top of your game, you're doing trainings, you moderate, and there's all this that you do in the digital spaces and social media spaces. So what in the trainings that you've done, why are Kenyans struggling?
Struggling with?
Yeah, with their branding, with their social media. What do Kenyans really need to know that if maybe they could figure this out, they'll come to your training and become better. But what have you noticed in those trainings that a lot of people are really ignorant about in how the digital space works? The process.
Yes.
Okay. Could you break that down a little bit? Like they're confused. What are they confused about?
Okay, I have one of the main things I'll say is women take the course more than men.
Okay.
I think I've had like 7 men total, even maybe 5 men total, and I've trained around 200 people.
Wow.
So that should
crazy.
That's crazy. Not a lot of men.
Yeah.
But generally men don't. Let's not go there. But point is, so that's one thing. And a lot of CEOs and founders are men.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see. You can see how that is.
Okay.
So you'll find most of men out here, they're running their businesses, but they are more interested in the technicalities of it.
Okay.
Rather than like they view maybe marketing and branding as like maua or kurembesha.
Yeah,
The
like it's
business.
unnecessary.
It's
like the
not-
business will run without the pretty flowers.
Yeah, so I would say that's one thing.
Okay.
The other thing is, now the people who do take the course, they're more interested in the results and not how you get there.
Okay.
So you'll find people you're trying to explain to someone. So before we get to posting, if you take the course, before we get to the part where you post, first you have to do what is digital marketing. What does this do?
Yeah.
What does this do?
Yeah.
Copywriting.
Yeah.
Campaign. And this person is impatient. But when do we get to the good part?
Yeah.
When do we get to posting?
Yeah.
I'm like, posting is in the process of social media marketing, digital marketing. Posting is like technically the last thing
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Because first you need to do your research. What do you want to do? All this, what do you want to accomplish? Set the goals, all that. And then once you have your goals, then how do we get there? You need to come up with a campaign.
Okay.
So you have to think, maybe we are going to do What's a good Kenyan campaign I could use?
You decide, me Tachoma. I say things I shouldn't all the time.
I'm not sure which one we can use, but I feel like maybe Snap. Snap. I know you can.
Royco.
Royco.
Yeah.
Which campaign have they?
Wow. I just see Royco adverts. I don't even. I just know that now they're cooking and we should eat.
Yeah. So, like, for example, like February, one
Yeah.
of the campaigns we did for a previous client was the Month of Love campaign.
Okay.
So if you're doing, so first you know it's Valentine's,
Right.
So you want to come up with a campaign around that. So thought let's just do the Month of Love instead of just celebrating one day.
Yeah.
Do the whole month.
Yeah.
Then there are different types of love, not just romantic. So you have to sit down and think all these things.
Yeah, plan
Let's
it
do the
out.
whole month. Not just romantic love. We have platonic love. We
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
And then what do we need to make this campaign a reality? We need influencers. We need videography. We need this, that. Then you come up with the resources you need, including the manpower you'll need. And then
Okay.
you come up with the budget.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
So once you have the budget approved, you know the resources you need, then you go down to it. So we are doing social media, we are doing billboards, right? So if it's social media, you have the campaign Month of Love.
Yeah.
You need to come up with a visual representation of it. Like
Yeah.
what colors do
Yeah.
you use?
Red.
Like,
Rose
yeah, roses. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how often do we post? What type of content do we? Because there are different types of content. What type of content? You have to think how will our Instagram grid look like this month. Once you come up to that, then you start doing the captions.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you read the caption. So in a content calendar, come up with the captions. So once you have the captions and they are approved, then they go to the graphic designer or the videographer or whatever. Then
Yeah.
you put the visuals to it.
Yeah.
Once the content calendar is approved, now you schedule.
Yeah.
So a lot of people ignore all these things. They just want to post.
And what are you
See.
Posting?
What are you like? Just
Why
wake
is
up,
it
"Oh,
even there? It's
today-"
Valentine's. Post something.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think honestly from everything that you have shared, I want to be a marketer because I feel like what I want to do with my life, I'm very interested in the behind the scenes, and I would also understand why, unfortunately, why most men would not be interested in that. Yeah, but it's okay. We don't need to talk with them. We just talk to the ones that want to listen.
the ones that want to.
And the girlies. So now, as we just bring this conversation to an end, what do you say to young girls out there? That perhaps have a similar story to yours or a different one completely, and want to end up where you are. Just as a CEO. You started something up. It's up and running. It's paying bills.
Yeah.
In this weird city of ours where one day you're okay and tomorrow you might be in the streets. Yeah. What would you say to somebody who, needs to be inspired right now and genuinely they want to be in this marketing spaces, branding space, and all the digital whatnots, all the different names that fall under there?
Well, first, take our course.
Take the course, guys.
Register
Yes.
for our course.
She's like, shameless plug.
You go.
You have to do it.
Don't get fed.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's on period.
That's one thing. You gotta shout from. You gotta be shameless in promoting your brand.
Okay.
And promoting yourself and
Right.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
So just get started. There isn't really a formula
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of resources online. At websites like HubSpot. HubSpot have a lot of resources, checklists. Like we have things like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They
Saving lives.
Yeah, saving lives. But they have a lot of mistakes. So make sure to double check.
Yes, always.
Always.
Yeah.
So just get started.
Right.
Educate yourself. The other thing is you gotta immerse yourself because it's a lot of women again in this industry. There's a lot of community in this industry. There's a lot of events going on. So you need to go to these events, conferences.
Right. Network.
You gotta just make sure you're out there and you're learning from other people.
Yeah.
The other thing is your personal brand.
Yeah.
Even if you're running a company, of course, the company has its own way of promoting, the way of running ads. But at the end of the day, people buy from people. So you gotta put yourself out there as the CEO, as the founder of your agency.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Build your portfolio. That's the other thing, you need to build your portfolio. So just when you're getting started, don't be greedy. Just take what you can and learn through doing the job, and then just make sure you build a portfolio, because when somebody approaches you, that's one of the things they'll want.
Yeah. What have you done?
What have you done?
And they need it
Can I
quickly.
see? Yeah. So you go, and then you want to look professional as well.
Right.
Yeah. So you need to have something professional.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I feel that anybody who's interested, is set. But in case they want to, they need more details, you have a price list for this course, or just is there a website that they can go to? Is there socials? Please plug us with all of that information.
So you can just find us at Crescent Media, literally everywhere.
Okay.
Or you can contact us at 0715 943 66. The course is 17,000.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 units,
Okay.
10 lessons.
All right.
So it takes 10 days because each day is one
Right.
unit. Yeah. So it's 17K. First, you pay a deposit of 10K.
Okay.
And then once you're done, you pay the remaining amount.
Okay.
And there's a certificate as well.
Okay.
And we also do corporates. So if you want to upskill if you have a team, an in-house social media or digital marketing team, you want to upskill, we do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, as a brand, some trend that's emerging in 2025 is employees, promoting themselves. Like, I'm pretty sure you've seen this, like TikTok mostly.
Yeah.
So you need your employees to be able to represent your brand well.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Karen. This has been an insightful conversation. And if there was anybody here on Sheversations who was in the dark, now we are, much better off after this conversation. So thank you so much for taking the time to have this Sheversation with us. Yes. And if there's anything you want the people to know, you can come back on here and we can have another conversation.
I would love
Yes.
that. Thank you.
No problem. The pleasure is all mine. So yeah, we are going to be checking out. It is 12:56, but worry not, because I am leaving you in the good hands of Nyota. This is Be the Artist, August 4 and Sunset. And Echoes Extended. So enjoy the rest of your Monday. And from me and Karen, I'll see you on Wednesday. Karen will see you some other time.
Yes.
on her
website. See
website.
me online.
Please see her online.
Yeah, just-
Okay. Your Instagram. Plug on your Instagram.
Instagram or LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Or my DMs are open.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And make sure to plug us to your network.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's the Crescent Media and Karen Wambugu. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nimepitia majanga makubwa, lakini Mungu halali. Ningepotea nisipatikane, lakini Mungu halali. Nasema kweli, Mungu halali. Mungu halali. Si lazima unikumbushe kuwa mimi mwenye dhambi. Najua tena sana, najijua tena sana. Si lazima useme kuwa mnyonge kweli hana haki. Naona kila siku, tunaona kila siku. Kwa neema nasimama, ile mwamba ni salama. Binadamu hanitishi, natembea kwa imani. Kwa neema nasimama, ile mwamba ni salama. Binadamu hanitishi, mimi natembea kwa imani. Nimepitia majanga makubwa, lakini Mungu halali. Ningepotea nisipatikane, lakini Mungu halali. Nasema kweli, Mungu halali. Mungu halali. ni Mungu halali, nasema kweli. Mungu halali, Mungu halali, ashajionyesha, anajionyesha, atajionyesha, ashajionyesha, atajionyesha.
Usicomplicate mambo, weka feelings zako kando. Tulifanya hivyo jana, hakuna kitu tuliagana. Hizi ni gani umeanza, unanihanda, unanipata. Nilidhania twajibamba, hisia zako zikakupanda. Ole, ole wako, kupendana na wewe hiyo vako. Weni sample, ligi yangu haufiki bado. Kila mtu na wake, niko sawa kivyangu. Kila mtu na wake, niko sawa kivyangu. Niko sawa, singola niko sawa, niko sawa, singola niko sawa, niko sawa, singola niko sawa, niko sawa, singola niko sawa kivyangu. Moyo wangu uliugua sana, mapenzi kanitesa. Nikaamua nijipende kwanza, nijitilie pamba. Kucha kwa mkono na miguu, tia marashi, jipeleke pati. Hii Februari sina mtu, sipati maua, sipati kitu. Pole, pole kwako, najipenda na kuweka kando. Weni sample, ligi yangu hujafika bado. Kila mtu na wake, niko sawa kivyangu. Kila mtu na wake, niko sawa kivyangu. Niko sawa, single na niko sawa, niko sawa, single na niko sawa, niko sawa, single na niko sawa, niko sawa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.